Avatar Season 2.
Nice, very good intro. Very good.
That's all you need. That's all you need. You don't have to, nothing too complicated.
All right. Well,
Avatar Season 2!
All right, let's get right into this.
Dig into it like a earthbender.
You over there. What did you think of...
Me?
Yes, you. What did you think of Avatar the Last Airbender, Book 2, Earth?
Book 2 is so freaking good. It's so freaking good.
I know, right?
How is it so good? The first season I was like, all right. First season, whatever. Season 2 is like, holy shit. I couldn't put it down. I could not stop. I was up till like 7 a.m. watching this shit because I could not stop. It took me like 3 extra hours because I kept falling asleep, and then I'd be like, shit, I missed stuff, and I'd go back to what I'd seen, and then like watch it again and fall asleep. I could not stop. It was sick.
I was gonna say, if you didn't like this season, then this show's probably not for you. But I'm glad that you you feel like I do. Yeah, this is where, like, when I first watched this show, like, this is where I started like falling in love with the show. Like,
yeah,
like
it's definitely gonna be hard to top this season.
Oh yeah,
it's almost like perfect. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. I mean, you still need season 1. That's why I was defending season 1 as best as I could, because like you still need it. Without it,
well, that's why season 2's so good. It's just because it's like all that stuff you thought didn't matter in season 1 just like pops up in season 2, and it's like super important. You know what I mean? The characters, they all come back in a meaningful way, and they all have their part to play. It's like, holy shit! And they're visiting places they visited, and just like something that was small that you thought was like a filler episode, they go back to. It's like, what? It's like they actually thought this through.
Yeah.
This is definitely not Star Wars.
The only reason I compared it to Star Wars was I was comparing it in terms of like what audience it's for. Like I was arguing that like it's made for a younger audience, like on a kids network, but like any person of any age could get something out of this. Kind of like,
well, how I envision it is it's like the game. It's like a game that was made like M for mature, but like they took a few things out to make it teen. You know what I mean? It's like made for adults, but toned down. You know, in a few aspects for kids to watch. You know
sure,
what I mean? It feels like more of an adult show, like an anime. But
exactly. That's exactly what it feels like.
They cut their heads off. Yeah, it's or like thought out, and it makes you feel feelings.
Yep.
So if you watch season 1, you were disappointed. Season 2 is definitely worth moving on to and continuing on because holy shit.
You were disappointed? Okay. So, I just thought
I wasn't disappointed, but I was like, I wasn't like blown off my my rocker.
Is it because
it had some cool concepts in it?
Is it because I hyped it up so much that you were disappointed by season 1, or?
No. I'm just saying that there's an escalation of material that didn't happen in season 1. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or not escalation, but elevation. That's what I'm saying. Like when something's so good, it gets elevated to a state that's not. Season 1's like a kids' TV show. Season 2's like on another level, storytelling wise.
I think that's perfect. Like, I mean, one because it's on a kids. It was aired on a kids network, Nickelodeon, but also like we're following the main character Aang. And it's kind of appropriate. Like he starts out, he's maturing, and we're maturing with him, and the theme and the tone of the show matures with him over the course of the show. So I actually like that.
Also,
it starts
like,
off. kind of innocent like at the beginning, and then it gets like really serious once you get to the second season. But anyway, what'd you say?
Sure, I'm just saying that like it's not your typical kids TV show, as in like a lot of the one-off episodes that are just for filler are not filler. You know what I mean? It's so concise.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know, and stuff, and like it'll be a filler episode, but like things will happen in it that you aren't expecting to come back later and be a humongous part in the plot. Like, I'm just gonna throw it out there. The Appa episode, you're like, okay, it's an episode about Appa. Like, this is filler bullshit, and it's like everything in that episode needs to be there.
Yes. All right. Do we want to get into spoilers or?
Yeah, we're in spoiler territory now.
All right. Well, my first question for you is: so we got 2 new main characters added to the group. What is your opinion on Azula? What do you think of her?
Azula is, she's interesting, She's kind of just evil, you know what I mean? So you would think she'd be kind of boring, but they put her around lots of different characters, so you get to see how she,
She's the best.
It's not just her.
She's the best villain, in my opinion. She's so good.
She's I don't know, because it's like, I like that the Fire Nation is like more than one bad guy, but she's just part of it. You know what I mean? She's a good. I don't know if she's like super 3-dimensional, but I do like her a lot as a character.
Well, just wait. But anyway, I'm just in season 2. I just love how threatening and like competent she is, and like, just how terrifying she is. Like right when she makes an entrance, and then right when the season ends, she kills the main character. Basically, she's that good. She's so intimidating, and like she's so fun to watch. Like it's kind of like one of those villains where like I love to hate her. It's just so great. I can't.
Well, it's a nice bait and switch to think that Zuko is going to be the ultimate bad, and then she comes along. You're like, well, Zuko is nothing,
All right.
But
wait, was that it?
What? Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I want to talk about Toph. Well, yeah. Toph might be my favorite character.
She's your favorite character? All right.
No, I mean, like, Uncle is definitely still my favorite character, but Toph is, like, it's hard not to rate them both number 1, because they're, like, both my favorite. I mean, Uncle will take it a little bit every time, but...
How long did it take you to warm up the Toph? Just out of curiosity. What?
I liked Toph immediately.
You did? Yeah, she's great.
I mean, just like she's like, Daredevil, but a little blind girl.
Yeah, they took. Yeah, I love the fact that that she's like the most cliched like handicapped person you could think of, but they give her like this like really awesome ability to like see with like radar through her earthbending, and she's like. Yeah. And she's like the most biggest tomboy like ever. She's
right.
She's just
I think they made the most powerful character look,
helpless,
the most vulnerable.
Yeah, it's like,
which is genius.
What do you call it? Like a paradox or an oxymoron? I don't know, but either way, it's great. It's
yeah, it works so well with earthbending too. You know what I mean? Like all the elements work together.
Yeah, I mean, earthbending, like, from one of the episodes, Bitter Work, they established that earthbending is about, or the philosophy about it is, like standing your ground and, being, like, how do you explain it? Like, being disciplined and not being clever, which is, like, so tough, like...
Yeah, facing things head on.
Yeah, exactly.
Being bold.
Yeah, I love that like each of the elements has like their own philosophy, and that it challenges some of the characters. Um, like obviously Aang's an airbender, and his philosophy is like the complete opposite of Toph's. So like his training, that one episode with the training session, that's one of my favorites of this season.
Mm-hmm. It is so good.
It's and Toph only gets better from here. She's great.
Yeah, and like I love watching. I think it's my favorite watching Toph fights too. I think that's the most interesting battle.
Oh wait, she learns Earth.
Like
she learns metal bending in this one. I forgot it's in this season. Okay, that was
yeah.
She's like one of the most overpowered characters in this show, but because she's blind and like small, it just works. So it's just so satisfying to watch.
Well, she's like kind of prophesized to be the best Earthbender to teach Aang. So
yeah.
I mean, it's just so cool to watch those fights. Like, I forget what they're like infiltrating the Earth King's temple, and she like turns the stairs into a slide. And
oh yeah,
the fighters go down. I was like, oh shit! I was like, oh shit! She's making shit into a slide. She can just do whatever she wants.
Oh man, I'm trying to remember what else she does.
Just all her fights are amazing.
Yeah,
like all the fights get more and more amazing because they are perfecting their skills. So like even like Katara is like turning into an octopus and stuff and making huge waves. But just like the earthbending and all the different stuff they do is just crazy.
I know. It's just, the animation. I got to give it to the like animation team. Like they make the bending just so fun to watch. But
yeah. Definitely, that's kind of why this season's so good, is because like we get all this story stuff, but then like also you get the benefit of having these awesome battles as well. So it's like nothing ever lets you down.
I know.
Happy birthday, my son. If only I could have helped you. Leaves from the vine, falling so slow, like fragile, tiny shells, drifting in the foam. Little soldier boy, come marching home. Brave soldier boy comes marching home.
I've never had more feels than the Mako short story. Holy shit!
Tales of Bossing Say, the
yes.
Uncle Iroh's section. I was gonna start talking about that.
That hurt me, man. It hurt me so deep.
I know. I was gonna say.
I paused and I had to like take a breath. I was like, Jesus Christ! Like not only like the performance in the episode and what it was about, but like when it says, in memory of Mako, I was just like, oh, man, stop. This is too much. This is a kids' TV show. I'm turning this shit off. I'm going away. I need some time.
Oh man, I was hesitant to say this. Like that part was like one of the two parts of season 2 that made me tear up a little bit. Yeah. Just the end of, I don't know what it is about it. Just, I mean, maybe Mako is part of it,
but just like, man, like it's that episode, the small little bit just flips around on you too, because it's like such a happy beginning and stuff, and he's singing and he makes that kid stop crying, and then at the end it's just like he was gathering all this stuff for
his son's birthday.
His kids.
Yeah. He's mourning he's mourning a character we've never met, and it's like tear dropping. Like,
And I think it's seeing him sad because he's so happy even in like the worst situations, and to see him sad is just like,
oh yeah,
it's gut wrenching. You know what I mean? Because he's such a happy character.
Oh man, I guess you're right. Every time like Iroh is sad, it is like it does hurt. Like especially at the end, like when like Zuko betrays him, like that hurts too. Like, oh man,
ooh, that made me mad. Like the whole season plays it up like he's gonna change.
Yeah,
and then at the end he just doesn't, man. It gets you so bad.
I know. That's so brilliant that they did that. I think any other show that would have happened, but
right, like it was like a double bait.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, I mean, we're talking.
And you're like so happy when you're seeing them in the tea shop and stuff, and like hugging Uncle Iroh and stuff, and you're like, oh man, he's changed. Can't believe it.
Well, let's talk about. I mean, we're on Zuko now, so let's talk about. Zuko's my favorite character, and I think I'm gonna say he's like one of the best written characters so far. I mean, I'm not gonna spoil anything else that happens, but like so far, like even before I saw season 3, like he is one of the best written characters in this show.
Zuko alone.
That one was one of my favorite.
One of the best episodes. Yeah,
I know. It's oh man, just the kids. I don't know, something about like how it ends. I mean, you get Zuko's backstory and stuff, and this is where like you really start to warm up to him a bit, because like I think you were. I mean, you were kind of used to him being the main villain in the last season, and that right, episode like just like
Pokemon.
Yeah, that's why this is why I got angry when you said that. Like, I think I was thinking about season 2 while you were saying that. Like, oh my god, if only you knew.
Right. No, it does. It pumps up the story, and I love Zuko alone because it's framed kind of like an old western.
Exactly.
I mean?
Yeah.
The stranger comes into town and they end up hating him anyways. Oh, geez, it hurts.
Yeah, it's like Zuko's like so far it's Zuko's lowest point, and like especially when like he makes friends with that kid, and then he gives away his identity at the end, and then just the kid saying "No, I hate you" is like the most gut wrenching part of the episode. Like, oh man.
I know, it makes you feel bad for him. You're like, how did they do this? How are they making me feel bad for one of the main bad guys?
And I guess it gets even lower for him. Like I think the lowest scene after that is during bitter work. I think the uncle teaches him how to redirect lightning. Like Zuko's already at his lowest point, and he's trying to like, you know, become a badass again, and he can't create lightning because, you know, he's overly emotional and stuff, and like only like a few firebenders can do that. And once the uncle teaches him how to redirect lightning, like the uncle refuses to like shoot lightning at him to prove that he can do something badass again or whatever. Like, that whole episode's about, like humility, teaching Zuko humility. And I love the part when his uncle refuses to, like shoot lightning at him to test out his redirection abilities. He decides to, like, go to the mountain and, like, try to do it himself. And I love the fact that, like, the writers didn't, like, have any lightning strike him. And like it got
him the satisfaction.
Yeah, because if it would have happened, it would have gotten his pride back. But right. I think the moment he starts crying, that's his like most lowest point. I think so far.
Yeah, like
now that I think about it,
he can do nothing right. No matter what he does, he cannot do anything right.
I know. And then as an audience member, it's like, oh my god, like where can you go with this character? Like when I saw that episode for the first time.
Yeah.
I mean, I already felt that way, like, right off the bat when season 2 started. Like, like already he's a criminal right at the beginning. It's I was gonna say, what did you think of like the very first episode of the season? We didn't talk about that. We didn't.
Hold on, let's go back to it. Oh, Avatar State. It's all right.
It's all right. I think that one in my opinion, the season started off with like a bang. Like I love how like they explain like the strengths and weaknesses of the Avatar State like immediately after the last season. Because like if you're like me, who's like a nitpicker, like without that episode, like before I saw that episode, I was like, well, geez, why doesn't he just do that all the time? And then they explain it immediately the next episode. Like, I love that.
Yeah.
And the way they did
I'm just saying the premise, it's not the most interesting episode. You know what I mean? It is nice. You get to learn about the Avatar State and the lore. But,
and then not only that, like you got Azula's introduction. You got the introduction of lightning bending, which was like at the time was like mind blowing. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Like,
it's terrifying. It like perfectly foreshadows like the end of the season, like talking about the Avatar State and the Azula lightning bending. Like that's
true. Like, it does come full circle.
I know, and it just makes that scene when you first see it like more heart wrenching when like Aang gets shot in the back. Like, oh my god, she fucking killed him. Like,
she did. She really did.
And then immediately establishing that like Zuko is no longer like the Team Rocket of Avatar anymore. Like, I don't know. I'm gonna say like the first episode is like really good. Like, it's like the perfect opening for the season. But
yeah, I'm not saying. I'm just not saying. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying it's maybe not my favorite episode.
Okay, yeah. I mean, it's not my favorite
episode.
Episode.
It works in the story, but it's not. I don't like my favorite episodes. It does work very well within the structure.
Yeah. I was gonna ask. So last season you said the Great Divide and the Fortune Teller were your least favorite episodes. Did you have any least favorite episodes in this season?
It's gonna be hard to pick.
I know, right?
Maybe Avatar Day.
Really?
Maybe. Like I said, I binge it so quick, it's hard to remember, like, all the stuff that happened in every episode.
I mean, I guess it might be.
But, I think Avatar Day has the least to do. I mean, did anything, like, super important happen in that episode?
Important-wise, it's more of a Zuko episode. Because, like, you have Aang and doing, like, dealing with this town or whatever. I mean, it's more of a world building thing, but on Aang's side, but on Zuko's side, it's just following his character arc more. Like, I think this is the part where, I think he just left Iroh to go out on his own. I think he was like, they were poor, and he was like going around as the Blue Spirit stealing stuff because he can't handle being like in poverty.
Right.
So, I mean, you need that episode because of the Zuko part. But I think Aang's part,
I'm not saying that you don't need it. I'm just saying that of all the episodes and all the amazing stuff that happens in every episode...
Sure.
Avatar Day seems kind of on the weaker side, unless you have another suggestion for the weakest episode.
I mean, I'll agree with you. Season 2 is the hardest one to pick for that. I'd say if I had to pick, like I still like it. And I still think it's necessary, but I'd say the Cave of Two Lovers is, if I had to pick the least one, it'd be that one.
Dude, I love that guy with the guitar though.
I know, I do love him too, but
he's such a good character, and you know, he's funny. That episode's funny.
It is funny,
I mean?
But I mean,
it's kind of a Sokka episode. You know, you got the love story, obviously, but that just Sokka having to deal with these
idiots, hippies.
It's so funny.
I'm not saying I hate it. I'm just saying if I had to pick, it'd be that one. But
right. Also, the swamp is probably another one that's not super. I mean, I like seeing the swamp waterbenders, and that is cool world building and stuff.
So, out of this whole season, what's your the best episode, the most satisfying episode to watch for you?
There's a lot, but like I said, I think I remember Zuko alone does stand out, and the tales of the Mako part of Tales of Ba Sing Se.
Yeah. So Zuko alone, or
trying to see, probably Zuko alone.
Oh yeah, I mean that's a fan favorite.
As a singular episode with the story, you know what I mean? That's like a turning point, you know what I mean? Because you're trying to see Zuko do good, and just the way it's framed and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
As a singular episode, because the thing about season 2 is all the episodes kind of mixed together, so it's kind of hard because you like a storyline, but the storyline will happen through 3 episodes. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Zuko alone, you kind of get
stands
a full
out
experience in the one episode. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's just him. But yeah, I really love that one too. I think my favorite one would be. I mean, it's really close to another one, but I'd say the chase is my favorite, just because of just how tense it is. And when I first watched it, I had no idea how they were gonna get out of that. Of just they couldn't get any sleep, and it's just heart wrenching. We can't think about anything. We just gotta go. And then just how it ends with Zuko and Iroh ending up temporarily teaming up with them to fight Azula.
Yeah. That's a satisfying moment where you get to see all these characters together. Finally, after, I mean, what episode is that in the season?
What number?
I mean, it takes 8 episodes to get all these characters together and see how they interact. You know, I think the best thing about it is what's Zuko gonna do? You know what I mean?
Exactly. I mean, we all know what he's doing, but yeah, he's trying to capture the Avatar, but he's competing with his sister, and then
his sister.
His sister is so strong that he has to. I mean, they have to gang up on her. It's so so great. And then I love how once Azula escapes and she shoots Iroh in the chest. I love how Zuko just turns on Aang and his friends immediately the moment it's over. Yeah, just I don't know. It's kind of similar to the Blue Spirit kind of these enemies and friends having to team up, and then the moment the cards are on the table or the moment the game's done, they're back to their sides again, and it's just kind of heart wrenching when it happens. Because it's you want to see them together, but it's not possible. But yeah, that's my favorite. Not to say all the other ones were bad, but if I had to pick, it would be the chase.
That is a very satisfying episode.
Oh yeah,
a lot of build up to that episode.
I think that's the second episode with Toph, so I think I got more warmed up to her on the second episode. I still loved her on the first episode, but I needed one episode of her just hanging out with the group, without outside of the town and all that.
Right. And it's not I like how it's not an immediate. They're best friends, you know what I mean? That's an episode where it's all about the tension
Oh yeah.
And Toph leaves and has to talk to Uncle Iroh and stuff.
I know, that was great.
Which comes back later. It comes back later too, when they get into Ba Sing Se.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna ask. I mean, you already touched on it a little bit, but what's your opinion on on Appa's story arc?
I was not expecting Appa to have a story arc, so it's nice that it's a nice reprieve, and we get to see something we never thought we'd get to. You know what I mean? Plus, like, we get so much stuff in this episode that it's important to the story.
Yeah, I know.
And seeing a baby Appa is pretty, it's pretty darn cute.
I know. It's like you just feel so bad for this animal, like during that whole episode. It's
yeah, he gets the shit beat out of him. Holy crap!
I know that firebender, and just holy crap, he gets like needles stuck in his body, and it takes like Suki showing up to get it out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you think it's a filler episode, like that part being it, but then Azula ends up like defeating the Kyoshi warriors and taking their outfits the next episode, so it's brilliant.
Right. Yeah. You're like, because you're expecting when they're talking like the Kyoshi warriors show up to Ba Sing Se, you're like, oh, it's just, they're just there.
Yeah.
But that was something I was not expecting. It's something from what I thought was a filler episode playing such a critical part in the season,
Exactly.
That's when I was like, this is on another level. This is on another level. It's gotten me so many times, you know what I mean? The twists and turns, like,
oh shit,
they get you because you're not expecting it. It's good writing. The unexpectedness of things in this is like good writing,
It's really good writing. So you understand why this is my third favorite show, or at least you get a gist of it. Yeah.
Now I'm starting to get it.
Yeah.
We'll see if book 3, lives up to the book 2 hype. So,
I'm just curious, since you don't know anything about season 3, what do you think is going to happen?
I know a little bit.
You know a little bit
about season. I actually watched I'm 5 or 6 episodes in because I could not hold myself.
Okay. All right.
And let me just say, a little spoiler for next time. Not super impressed so far.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not like season 2. Not impressed with season 2.
I mean, season 2 is really good, but like, what part are you? What part?
I mean, you just said it. You said you said it when the first episode foreshadows the last episode. That is some full circle, grade A storytelling. So it's gonna be hard. Very hard to live up to that. It's like this might be the Empire Strikes Back of
I was gonna say that, yeah. As cliche as that is, I'm starting to hate saying that, but this is the Empire Strike.
I mean, that's just saying that this is the critical storytelling climax. You know what I mean, of the story.
Yeah,
which is just built into storytelling. And when you have 3 seasons of something, and the middle one is where the climax happens, it's the Empire Strikes Back, or whatever that is.
Okay. I mean, I might ask where you are after we're done with the recording, but I can't believe you didn't hold off. Well, when did you finish?
I could not stop. But I mean, I knew I wasn't gonna finish it before we started. I just needed to watch a few just to it sucks when there's a cliffhanger and you're like you just can't especially after a whole season like that.
Wait, how long ago did you finish season 2?
It was just like yesterday.
Oh, just yesterday. Okay.
Yeah, not long ago.
I mean, you should have texted me like right after you were done. But
I mean, if you wanted to get text at 4 a.m,
Oh, it was 4 in the morning. Okay, wow.
Yeah. Like I said, I stayed up watching this. I got kind of addicted.
Yeah, I don't blame you. All right. Let's see. What else do we want to talk about?
I think we did a pretty good job of.
Oh yeah, I am curious. So there are a couple lines in here where it's another actor. Like Mako passed away, like in the middle of, like somewhere in the middle of it. Did you recognize any of the lines that weren't actually him?
No, I wasn't like listening that keenly.
Okay, so basically, yeah. So he was doing a pretty good job. There's a couple that stick out to me, but.
Well, as time goes on, like I think he probably covered for him in Samurai Jack as well.
He did, yeah. This is the same. Did you watch
season? And he does like a really good job of getting,
it is noticeable
style down.
It is noticeable to me a bit,
right? If you put them side by side, it's noticeable. But like, if you don't see an immediate change, you know what I mean? It's not like super jarring.
Sure.
Or at least I didn't think so. Some people that are super into it might.
Yeah,
but
I mean, maybe it's because I've watched it.
It's a faithful enough recreation of what
yeah,
he's doing.
it's close. I'm not blaming them for it. I'm just saying, like, maybe as someone who's watched it again, it's noticeable, but it's not
people
terrible.
really thought the new season of Samurai Jack that it was,
it was janky. I mean, I still prefer Mako. Yeah, I still prefer Mako
because he's like the ultimate.
Yeah.
It's obviously not going to be the same, but I think a faithful enough recreation like gets the job done.
Yeah.
And it doesn't like take me out of the character or anything like that.
Yeah. Yeah, it works for me. What else? Oh yeah, what did you think of the Guru episode?
It's all right.
Just all right.
That one's just kind of all right. It's interesting. That's where you kind of learn about the philosophies of the different chakras of the nations. You know what I mean? A little more, but
okay,
that just kind of sitting around eating banana and whatever soup with the Guru.
This might sound silly, but like that
and
episode,
he chooses Katara over the Avatar state.
I mean, at first, yeah, but
that's kind of telling to Aang's character,
Yeah. I mean, this might sound weird, but that was like this. That's the second thing in this season that got a tear out of me a little bit. Like, there's a chakra. I think it was like the part where all his monks and all of his family dies. Like when he's thinking about that and just how that whole scene plays out.
Oh, they just kind of like disappear.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let him go.
And then I think that's the part where like I think it starts out with him like hating the banana juice or whatever it is. Like, yeah. I think it's, and then like once Aang like gets over the lost chakra or whatever, and like finds new love and family and wherever he is, like when he starts crying a little bit and he's like, can I have some banana juice, please? That got me a little bit, like just thinking about what this kid's been through. I don't know, just something about it just got me, just a little bit like the Iroh scene, but I don't know.
Iroh scene got me a lot. I'm not gonna lie.
That got me too, but
I took the wind at me. Nothing. The Guru didn't really get me that much.
Didn't get you
because we've kind of, it's not like such a surprise. You know what I mean?
I was shocked at like how in depth like I'm thinking about this like it's a kids show and like they're going into like what the Guru is going through is like just so helpful.
Like his failures and.
But it's so helpful for like kids to watch and like it's got like it's got like 5 powerful messages in it like all at once,
Right.
and it's so like unexpected for a kid show.
Sure.
That's probably
Explains
it.
like what you need to let go and
Yeah.
what could be clouding your mind or whatever. It is. That's why this this show is elevated, because it's like, holy shit, they're really going into this right now.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Um.
And then the next episode, he fucking dies. So.
Did you see that coming? Did you?
Mm-mm. Hell no.
Oh man, that was.
I wasn't even seeing the Zuko. I didn't even see the Zuko double cross coming. Well, even though it wasn't really a double cross, but
Yeah.
when he betrays Iroh, I was like, all right,
That hurts.
all right, show, you've done it. You've really crossed the road with me. You're pissing me off. Give me what I want, and don't subvert my expectations like this. But no, it's good.
I know it's really good. I love. Man,
the
I
fact
remember
that
when
it could raise emotions out of me.
This came out
telling.
like in 2000, like I can't remember when this show came out, like 2008 or something. I was a little kid. That part where like Aang gets shot in the back, like that, like just like really messed me up I didn't really mess me up, but it completely shocked me, like when it happened.
Yeah.
Just, like I was like speechless.
No, I agree. It's weird like trying to think of what I think of it back then. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I don't know if any other show has been so serious, and I don't know.
Yeah, it's
not like a kids TV show. I'm sure there's other shows with moments.
I mean, I think that's a disservice saying that this season is so serious. I would say this season just hits every like emotional.
No, I'm just saying
it hits every emotional note on the spectrum. I think I don't think there was like one emotion I didn't feel.
I'm not saying serious. I just meant like conceptually advanced.
Mature. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I don't know if I would have like picked up on everything. You know what I mean? I would have been like, cool earthbenders, yeah, earthbender blasting. I don't know why I sound like that as a child, but that's Pokemon fight.
This is like
I was like big into Yu-Gi-Oh, where nothing emotional happened in Yu-Gi-Oh. It was always just like, Joey, no.
I haven't seen
Joey's
Yu-Gi-Oh, so I wouldn't know. Oh, what did you...
Duel Monsters card. No.
Oh, what did you think of Sokka?
You've done it now, Kaiba. Sorry, you've never seen Yu-Gi-Oh.
What did you think of?
I would compare this to the Pokemon movie. You know what I mean? That goddamn moment where Ash is crying over a Pikachu. That fucked me up.
Wait, what? That didn't happen. Wait,
the
Ash
Pokemon
cried?
movie where. Yes, the Pokemon movie where Pikachu turns to stone.
No, Ash turns to stone. You got it reversed.
Oh yeah, Ash turns to stone. Whatever.
Yeah, you. Like,
Either way.
Either way.
Emotional.
No, it's nothing like this. No way. It's.
What?
No. Don't compare season 2 to Pokemon. No.
I'm just the Pokemon movie. That moment.
Whatever.
Listen, obviously you didn't care as much for that moment as I did.
Thought it was kind of gay, but like what?
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Comes back, so like whatever. It's
yeah, and all the all the spirits live on in Avatar, so no one's ever really gone.
What? People die in season 2. People die.
Yeah, but their philosophy doesn't allow people to really die. You know what I mean?
What do you mean?
There's the spirit world.
They don't
People
establish
are gone, but they're
don't
not
establish,
really gone.
Hold on, they don't establish that that's an afterlife. That's like I don't think anybody from the afterlife is in there. Or at least they haven't shown anybody.
What every old Avatar is hanging out.
That's the
Just
Avatar. That's specifically the Avatar's thing. Like the Avatar is a reincarnation over and over again, so that's probably why that's a thing. But like, I don't think you see anybody like that's like a spirit other than like the moon spirit. That's different because she took the moon spirit's place. But other than that, like you don't see anybody like you don't like. I mean, I'm not gonna say anything else, but like, I mean, it doesn't happen. I'm gonna stop right now. You haven't seen the entire show, so I'll stop it there. But
that's true. You're spoiling me.
But like, okay, what I mean is, so far, like nothing nothing has said that there's an afterlife.
Sure.
Yeah, that's just.
I mean, the spirit world kind of is an implication of some sort of afterlife or reincarnation.
Not really. It's just a bunch of strange. The spirits are really like they're like more like creatures than like humans.
Well, you see the lake spirit or whatever. The Lady of the Lake or whatever.
Lady of the Lake.
Oh, is that in season 3? That might be.
You're talking about the painted lady?
That's in season 3. Yeah, the painted lady. That's season 3.
Okay, well, I'll hold off on. I do have thoughts on that. I'll hold off.
Okay.
That's. Yeah,
so until Avatar is over,
now you know how I feel
Pokemon.
when I'm talking about this show. I'm desperately trying to hold back spoilers, but
yes.
All right. Any final thoughts before we end?
Yeah, I will say,
you hooked. I mean, you just said you're hooked. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say that it picks up like heavy in season 2. Around, I mean, like the first couple episodes, maybe don't understand the full implication of what's going on, but like when you get to the middle of the season, you're just like, whoo, it's really cooking now. There's really some stuff happening here.
Man, I'm glad you love it. Like, for some reason, when I came to this review, I was expecting for you to like rip on this season. I was like gonna be ready to fight you for it, but like, no, this is great.
No, it's I'm gonna give praise where praise is due.
All right.
So, keep watching. I've seen a little bit of book 3, so we might have a
little bit.
different conversation coming for book 3. But until then, the fights, really good fights.
What, season 3 or season?
You can watch this as you can watch this as a dumb show as well because it's got so much good fighting. So you can watch it seriously. You can watch it as a dumb show. Show your kids it. It's pretty good.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll see you guys on the next one.